Tom Morphopoulos. I lead the sales enablement team at NVIDIA. Highspot's a real easy platform to use, and we have different systems for learning management and other platforms. Highspot stands out as one that really does what we need it to do, and it's highly adopted across the company. One thing that we've been really focused on at NVIDIA is making it easy for the sales teams to sell. And so one of the ways that we're doing that, for example, is you can have a customer deck, and typically our subject matter experts or SMEs like to have a master customer deck that has lots of slides for all the different potential use cases. But we've broken that down, so we have that master deck and it's up on a Highspot and it's very popular. But also we have small customer decks, maybe 12 slides for very specific use cases. And those, we have it all cleaned up so that they can pitch it directly. And just in the last couple of years, we've been really promoting the pitch capability. And that enables people to send an asset directly to a customer, and they can track who's downloaded it, how many times it's been looked at, and it's everyone sending the same deck. And so the customers are getting a very consistent message, and we're getting the analytics on who's using it. And it's also very easy for the sales team, which is our main goal initially. In the last year, so this is a relatively new thing that we started doing, people are complaining there were so many assets on Highspot. It was really hard to find what they were looking for. And so we tried to find a way to put it in not just the spots, but sub-spots, for example. And we started putting together SmartPages. And the SmartPages have been incredible for us because you can have, it follows our sales flow, and we can have, these are the assets for this point in the sales flow, these are the assets for that. And so then the sales team is accessing the same assets for the same stage in the customer engagement. And we end up with a much more consistent sales flow. And so that the sales motion is a lot more consistent for the sales team. For someone starts at NVIDIA, so a new salesperson enters the company, they go through a boot camp. And in the boot camp, we of course cover all of our products. NVIDIA has many products, and just as time goes, we find more uses for our GPUs. And so there's a lot to learn just within the company on the company's products. But we also include our tools, and so how you use Salesforce and how you use Highspot. Fortunately, it's pretty self-explanatory, and so that part doesn't take a lot of time. But we do go through, this is how you find the spots, and this is how you filter on the left. And that is very useful, because if people just go in blind, sometimes they're not going to find what they're looking for. With Highspot NVIDIA, just in the 4 years I've been there, I've noticed that we've learned more features and taken advantage of more abilities. When I first started, it was all about the analytics. And that's really useful. And so when we're looking across the company or talking to the sales team and encouraging them to use Highspot and to get the, instead of the content coming from Google Drive or SharePoint or people's personal drives, they go and get them from Highspot. They're going to get consistent messaging, they're going to get the same customer decks. But to encourage them to do that, we talked about how much it was being used, and we were able to highlight which were the more popular assets. Since then, we started doing other things. As I said before, we started using the pitch capability and really promoting the pitch capability. We also started using SmartPages to organize the content in a way that made more sense to the field. And so what started out as just, this is a platform for us, now we're starting to find that there are tools within the platform that help us do what we need to do.